Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. So glad to see you here. Haven't posted in quite a bit. Been pretty busy. Few updates though. I've switched. I'm always playing different things and playing different pedal boards and whatnot. And so over the last maybe like 2-3 gigs that I've done, I've completely fallen in love with the NUX Trident, and that's what we're gonna work on today. What I'm gonna show you, just like some basic navigation, but mostly show you the patches that I'm using. Okay, like this isn't a how to use the NUX Trident. What I love about it, guys, you don't need all these videos to show you how to use it. It is so easy to use. One thing I would say is plug it into your computer. Okay, do your editing on the computer, which we're gonna do right now. And you'll get a pretty good basic idea of how to do edits, how to configure it how you want. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe. I'm also going to be selling these patches. Go ahead and click the link below and it'll lead you to it for less than a cup of coffee. Helps out the channel, helps me make some more patches for you. I'll keep making patches on the NUX MG30. If you guys prefer that more, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're liking Trident, MG30, or a combination of the both. And, I'll do my best to start making some more patches. I really need to. Without further ado, I'm going to show you here the Trident. Very cool. So these are, of course, the removable. I like to have them on the effects, so I know which ones they're effects. And I'll explain that later. It's a very portable unit. It's about the size of the MG30. I believe it's a bit skinnier and a little bit wider, okay? Or skinnier up top, a bit shorter, and then wider here, if that makes sense. It's easy to carry on in a backpack. So if you're flying, all I did was put this in my backpack, and that was my carry-on. Super, super easy. I don't have it on a pedal board. I might do so a little bit later, but as I'm flying, doing gigs, this just works so well in my backpack because it's with me all the time. I'd rather not check it. So yeah, it stays in my backpack. I'm gonna show you one addition that I do add to it is this mini volume pedal. And you connect it with a stereo. I like these Ernie Ball. They're really good. And it goes on the very first input on the right side. So I'm going to show you how it looks like all together. Yeah. So I'm going to show you how I use that. And I just connect them like live stuff. They fit in your backpack easily with a lot of room to spare. And it doubles as a volume pedal and a wah pedal for me. It could do more than that. You could set different parameters. I have not done that yet. I just haven't needed to. But, it could do a whole lot more. So I just do that, and then I plug directly into the NUX. So we're going to go through 6 patches on how I use them for 2 different groups that I play with. And we'll see what it sounds like. I'm going to take you through the process. Again, guys, like, subscribe. If you do want to purchase these, it's going to be less than a cup of coffee. The link is down below. Helps the channel out a whole lot. And let me know if you like the MG30 or the Trident. Mix of both. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get started. All right, guys. So here, as you can see on screen, I have the Trident editor open. It is different from the MG30. It looks something like this right here. I'm hovering on it at the bottom screen with my mouse. It says Trident. The MG30 is a quick tone, and this is the Trident, the Trident editor. Okay, looks very similar. I guess they just needed different softwares. It's just a different unit software stuff. I don't know. I don't go into that. But it's very intuitive, very simple. One thing that I really liked about the Trident and the MG30, as opposed to like say the Line 6, I honestly think the MG30 sounded just a little bit better than the Line 6. And I noticed this that whenever I had like my in-ears on and I was playing with my Line 6, when there were like overdriven guitar parts and like maybe heavier stuff, it just sounded a bit digital to me, and I mean, we don't like that. The MG30 sounds a bit better, and the Trident is just like, it's really great, guys. Okay, we're gonna hear it right now, of course. Anywho, so you'll notice here I've got 1A, 1B, 1C. This is how the Trident editor looks, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 32, and then A, B, C, okay? What I think about them as like, I think about it as scenes in a way. So I would have 1A, so 1A here is a very clean. This one's clean as well, but I can get a bit heavier, and this is my lead. And what I like about it is you push one button and you're already there. It's not like scenes where you have to, like, say if I wanted to go from scene 1 to scene 3, I don't have to tap twice. I just go straight to it, which is a little bit more convenient. I could also access different effects with the foot pedal. So for example, if you look on the screen, I'm gonna push delay, just turns on, okay? And I push that on the Trident. I'm gonna push my chorus, there it is. My boost, there it is. Okay, so automatically, this is what pops up on 1A. If I didn't, drop my pick. If I didn't want, let's say, my compressor on, I could push that, and so this is a completely dry, minus the silencer pedal at the beginning, right? But normally when I'm here, I like these two already on. And let's go ahead and push record, and I'm gonna listen to what this sounds like here. So we've got a really nice country tonky kind of tone. I'll put on the neck pickup here. We've got so nice tones here. What I'm doing here is we've got the noise gate, and for Telecaster I have it sensitivity not too high, and decay I like it really fast. This way it's a hard fast gate. Just make sure you adjust the sensitivity to your liking. What I really like about the Trident, guys, is the compressor here is great. They really did a good job on this Keeley modeled compressor. Sounds really good. It is much better than the MG30. I cannot get the twang that I really like on the MG30. I need an external pedal, which I usually use like an Ego compressor by Wampler. But this is built in, and I love that I already have it on there. Okay, so this is a great, great compressor if you're doing that. Different other effects we've got 3 compressors total. We've got a Dr. Q envelope. I've never used that. We've got a wah, which we're gonna get into a little bit later. We've got a pitch bender, which is something really cool that we can use your external volume pedal if you have that. You can use that, and you also have a harmony. This is cool. I wish that they would have had the compressors on a different block though. So this way I could use compression and say wah as well, or you know, whatever else, whatever floats your boat. But right now I'm gonna keep it on my compression because this is what I'm doing for a certain country artist. His name's Dustin De La Garza, and that's why I have DDLG, just so I remember. So we do a lot of traditional country, which is why we've got the that really honky-tonky sound. I can also throw on, he also likes a lot of 90s country, so if I push my mod pedal, I get a nice chorus. You know, so that's a nice little addition. I'm going to turn off the chorus. My delay is set to, I'm not really picky with it. Maybe just something a little bit big. You can also tap delay. So I can make it a little faster, a little slower, etc., etc. We've got different delays to choose from: analog, modulation, tape echo, digital delay, and pan delay. I'm on the digital delay. I find it just easier to control. We've also got different here. I'm using the chorus here. Let me see, which one am I using? Not that one. I even forget. Okay, there we go. I'm using the CE-2. Okay, there's a lot to choose from here. A lot of good quality sounds. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bypass that. And our boost pedals, we got a little bit less variety than the MG30, but I find them to be a bit higher quality. So a little less quantity at a little higher quality. It pretty much evens out for me. I would actually probably argue I like this a little bit more. I'd rather be able to work with all you really need, in my opinion, is maybe a tube screamer. Like probably these last four are my top four favorites. So, just something to think about. The cab, I'm using stock cab, and this sounds killer. So, again, patch 1. When I go to patch 2, or excuse me, 1B, it's going to be exactly the same. All I'm changing is how much boost is in the screamer. So now I'm at 90. So let's say I turn it off. Excuse me. Whoop, wrong one. There we go. It's the exact same tone as 1A, but this is just a little bit more boost, a little hotter. So now I could do like a... There we go. That's a bridge pickup. Oof, man. I like it. So it could be a pretty good... I like it more so for rhythm. You can, of course, use it for leads as well, but I just needed it to be a little bit hotter. The 1A, the tube screamer, is set a little bit softer, so it's more like, it's almost a clean boost, okay, with just a bit of hair. This one has a little bit more. And then finally, and again, this is just what works for me, guys. This is what works for me in a particular set list that I'm working with this artist with. And then if we go to 1C, now this one's a little extra hot. Automatically off the gate, we have the tube screamer on, and we're at 100 here. The amp gain is also turned up, and also the bias. Okay, so now let's hear this one. Nice. So you can tell it is a bit hotter, but it still retains that twang there. Now I do have a volume pedal connected, and let me see. We're gonna go to 1A here. Now the way we work on the volume pedal is actually within the unit itself. I can't do anything about it on the software, so to speak. I'm sure maybe they're gonna work that out a little bit. It's not a big deal to me. It's not a hard thing to do. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on how to set it all up, but it's really not difficult, guys. NUX makes things really easy. So here's my volume pedal in action. Here's like, say, a clean. I've got... Okay, so easy stuff. I don't use it much, but it is kind of nice to just like maybe kill the sound, the signal, if I got to switch guitars, etc., etc. I really like having some sort of expression pedal that I can use for various things, okay? So I'm sure you could get creative and use it for a whole bunch of different cool things. So I'm going to go ahead and save these patches. Again, guys, if you want to purchase these patches for less than a cup of coffee, the link is down below. Really helps out the channel. Okay, I've actually been getting some good sales on them. So thank you everyone buying that who are purchasing them. Here is, say, with a different artist now. This is a local artist named Damian Isaac here in El Paso. So what I did is I copied the 1A over here because he still plays country, but it's just more country rock. So this is going to be the exact same. And usually I'm using a Les Paul, which let's go ahead and get. All right, so usually for these patches, now I'm going to be using my Les Paul. Before I was using my Fender Telecaster. So let's try these. So we've got the first one. It's still pretty country. I can turn these into single coils and still get a single coil kind of twang. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. And of course, you can tweak what you need to. You know, what I like isn't necessarily what you like. So tweak what you got to do. What another application from this that I do use is this is kind of like my mid gain. If I needed something a little hotter, I'll engage the boost. And so here now I've got my tube screamer and I could throw down some heavier. Throw on chorus. Little Zach Wildish sounding. We could throw on. Oh, this is kind of cool actually. So now I have a wah. So in these heavier presets, I don't need a compressor. So now instead of on my FX block, instead of there being a K comp, we're gonna put a wah. And I do like Crybaby. There's a lot of things you can do to really customize the wah sound. This is something I really, really like. You know, like you buy a wah and yeah, there's probably some customizable parameters, but this one is like fully customizable. You can even set the just like the I don't know what it's called. I sound pretty freaking stupid, but that kind of curvature as to how the wah is affected. That you can only do on the unit. Okay. Again, you know, I'm hoping the NUX team fixes something to where you could do it on there, but you know, right now it doesn't exist. You have 3 different wahs to choose from. I like all of them sound good, honestly. I'm just used to the Crybaby sound. I have a lot of Crybabies, so I'm gonna stick to that. So I pushed my FX on. Check this out. Cool. If I want like a complete lead tone, I could turn on my reverb, my boost, my wah, and maybe some delay. Maybe that's too much with the delay. Let's take off the That's too cool. Again, and this is kind of like for my heavy stuff, okay? So sometimes we drop D and do this kind of stuff. So this would be ideal. The noise gate, tube screamer, the amping cab. I keep it simple. Next up, we've got 2C. This is basically the same thing, but leads, okay? Our volume is pulled up just a bit. The tube screamer is already engaged, and I have reverb on, okay? And I like that. If I need to go to a lead real quick, there it is. Sounds good. If I wanted a little bit more, I turn on that wah. Again, it's the same wah. There. And it's easy. I go back to clean. I just with one tap of the foot switch, and there we go. I have a nice clean channel. If I want to turn off that compressor, you can. What I like about the Trident, guys, is you can set presets, and I could still dabble within each preset really easily. And I think about it as like having 3 channels, 3 scenes essentially as well. You know, I can go from clean to a little bit dirtier, or maybe like a variation. And usually my 3rd channel is always a lead. So it's always a bump, maybe like 1.5 decibel bump in volume. That's pretty much it. You don't want too much, maybe even sometimes less. It just depends your situation. For me, in this case, it just works. And then on leads, I do like to have the wah engage instead of volume, because I'm only there, you know, for what, 20, 30 seconds max. Then I could disengage the lead, and now I'm back into something else where I can actually use a volume pedal or utilize that where I don't want wah. So, you know, there you have it, guys. We're gonna have these 6 presets available for download. Hope you enjoyed this whole thing. I'm gonna show you how to export. We go to this button here where it says export. I'm gonna go ahead and select all 6 of these. Push that little button there. And then it gives me an option. We're gonna go ahead and send it over to desktop. Just taking a little while here. I'm gonna go over to desktop. Boom, finished. Don't need to be recording the music anymore, guys. It was nice to see you. Check out NUX Trident, guys. NUX MG30, both of them are great products. I'd say the Trident, if you have that little bit of extra cash, it is very worth it. I really like it. Please comment below, tell me what you guys think, and head over to the patch store, see what you can get, help support the channel. Thank you guys, have a nice one. Peace out, I'll see you in the next video.